Hello everybody and welcome to today's webinar, and today we are looking at a recap of the Take the Lead workshops that have happened throughout Asia Pacific over the last few weeks. Of course, I want to remind everyone of Reliv's mission, which is to nourish the world in mind, body and spirit, and also to let everyone know that the objective of the Take the Lead trainings has been to learn exactly that, how to take the lead. And what that is, it's about picking up the baton and going forward and doing all the actions and activities that are required to make your business in Reliv successful. And by doing that, by taking the lead, by picking it up and moving forward, you'll inspire other people to follow you. A reminder that all people who are successful in network marketing have one thing in common, and that's attitude. Nothing is more important than your attitude, to make sure that you put on that right attitude every day when you go out there and you're building your business. We covered off the science of Reliv during the workshops and how important it is that we are in a unique situation with Dr. Galvez and Dr. Carl, in the fact that epigenetics, which is now a recognized science, is something that is integral to what we are offering to people in the marketplace through our lunar-rich ingredient. And we are the only company that has that. Just a snapshot. We talked a lot about our products at different times in the workshops, but just a snapshot. Our flagship product now. This is a snapshot of just some of what's available just through 2 Scoops now. And I really implore people to become familiar with this and use this panel as much as possible, because this really hits home a great message as to the power of our products. We looked at the ignition strategy for 2014 and just an overview of it. And of course, what we introduced was lifetime membership, which is throughout Asia Pacific with Reliv. We have 2 categories: preferred customer, where people get a 20 to 25% discount, and of course, people can become a distributor and build a business. And of course, the reason that we have done this is because we know that 80% of people just want to buy product, and it's only 20% of people who want to build a business. So we've designed our categories and our membership structure to actually accommodate that. We simplified shipping and handling throughout Asia Pacific. There's a flat shipping and handling fee in all countries bar the Philippines, where all shipping is free, and in the other countries there's free shipping for orders over a certain RV threshold. So simplified it incredibly. We talked a lot about AutoShip and the importance of getting your maintenance as a master affiliate through AutoShip. Build your maintenance through preferred customers and those distributors who do not want to become master affiliate. And there are distributors like that, and they're important to your business, because those distributors will sponsor some people, sponsor preferred customers, and they will generate volume in your business, because those customers and distributors that they sponsor will be purchasing and using the products. So by building your maintenance, you build a stable maintenance through preferred customers and distributors, but you build it through AutoShip so that you know that that maintenance is there every month. We've created all sorts of new resources through the ignition strategy, and particularly our online sign-up, which is now the most used way for people to be signing up to get into the business and start their Reliv business and their path to financial independence. The one you see on the left of your screen there, Getting Starter Guide, that's got a different name in different markets, but it's basically the starting Bible for anyone who's a new distributor. And remember, what I talked about at all the workshops was the fact that this training is all about you as a distributor knowing what to do and supporting the people that you sponsor into the business to ensure that they will get success through your support and following the right process. We talked about our Reliv social media strategy, and of course the brand new campaign that we've just launched, and which is designed to increase brand awareness through viral marketing. And this campaign has kicked off really well, and people have really taken it on board. Take a photo of yourself with the can of Now somewhere, type into the status hashtag where do you relive now, and tag 3 distributors who are friends on your Facebook page. And to tag them, you simply type in their name, and a drop-down menu will come up, and click on the person that you want. So everybody get involved. This is a great campaign, and it can spread our brand name incredibly throughout Asia Pacific and the world. One of the fantastic things that we did with Ignition, of course, was to drop the volume qualification levels for distributors so that to enable you to achieve the top discount or profit level at Master Affiliate is now only 2,500, and of course Fast Start of 30% is at 500 PGPV. We talked about developing a list and how it's so important. As soon as a new person starts, that you've sponsored someone, you sit down with them and you get them to write down a list of 20 people and you start calling that list immediately. And this page is out of our Getting Started guide, or whatever the relevant title of that booklet is in your market, just to prompt you of how you can find the names. Remember, it's about you as a distributor helping the person you sponsor to be successful from day one. Write that, get them to do that list straight away and start calling those people and create success for them. The second thing you must do with the new distributor instantly is to help them set their goal. Now, their goals can be simple to begin with, and that's okay. It might just be their first month goal or their first 90-day goal. But remember, the whole concept of it is to break that goal down into daily steps so that everybody knows exactly what they need to do each single day. And all you need to do then is focus on each day, and by focusing on each day, you achieve the week, and each week you achieve that. Eventually you achieve your monthly goal and your yearly goal. Just by breaking it down and focusing what you need to do one day at a time. And I cannot stress how important that is. And at each of the workshops, I got people to write out a short goal and put it in their wallet, and I hope that every one of you that attended a workshop is reading that goal twice a day, because that's the important thing, to write down your goal, write it out, and read it twice a day. So please, I hope you're all doing that. We talked about packaging your story, so helping your new person who comes in, and it's a really simple process. There's 6 steps that are here. Who I am, where I was, what I heard, what I did, what happened, where I'm going. It's as simple as that. But of course, there's 3 different versions of your story. The 30-second or elevator version, which has to be very quick to grab someone's attention to try and get a contact number from them. Your 2-minute version, which is the version that you would use on a 3-way call with your upline when you're talking to prospects, or when you're at a meeting, an event with Reliv and you're sharing your story. And of course the longer version is when you're sitting down with someone and you have time to actually embellish it and go through your whole story. But again, I implore you to write this down, to set it out and to write it down yourself, because you need to take the lead as a distributor so that when people you sponsor come in, you've done it and you can show them what to do and you can help them towards success straight away. We looked at the 7 elements of the Reliv success system, and each of these elements supports each other, and it is so important to plug new people into the system as quickly as possible and to use your upline. 3-way calls, whether they're a 3-way call or you call your upline and you hand the call across to somebody, use the 3-way call concept when you're talking to your prospects. It is a very, very powerful third-party validation. If you don't have a live meeting with people in a venue on a regular basis, use the webinars, use the online webinar. That is a business opportunity webinar. You can find it easily online on our website under training. And of course, make sure that people key into these webinars every single week, and you can go back to the webinars because there's a lot of information on them, and you can go back to them under that training tag on the website so that people can actually revise them and go over it and learn again. Because remember, it's about learning, it's about being successful, and it's about putting in place the steps that need to be put in place to actually help you be successful and help your newly sponsored distributor be successful. Our sponsoring campaign throughout 2014 is called Who Do You Know? And it's really simply about talking to everybody. And as I mentioned at the workshops, it's about the 3-foot rule. Whenever anyone comes within 3 feet of you, start a conversation. Just instigate the conversation and start a relationship with that person. And at the bottom of the screen where it says form, family, occupation, recreation, and money, people will always be able to talk about one of these things. And of course, the one thing that people like to do is complain about how bad their job is or how they don't make enough money. They are 2 of the biggest things that people complain about. Focus in on that. Get people to realize that there is an opportunity that you can help them with for them to create financial independence, or if it's just that someone wants to earn some additional income, they can do that as well. So it's all about you taking the lead, moving forward, and doing what needs to be done. And the key is absolutely your story, which is another reason why you need to write your story down, be really succinct, be concise, so that you can rattle that story off whenever you have to. But please don't turn it into a script. Write it down, read it, but make it your own and talk from your heart. Be genuine and be honest. And of course, the beauty is that you can borrow other people's stories in our business. And of course, the next step, you need to set an appointment. And remember, when you're setting an appointment with someone to talk about the business, you're selling the appointment. So when people ask you a question, you say, great question, and we'll cover that off at the appointment. I'll see you then. Thanks. And you hang up or you leave. Really important that you do not oversell and do not start answering questions until you get to the appointment. Very important. You have to learn how to present the business plan. If you are not good at doing that, get good. And let me tell you, as I said at the workshops, if you're doing the business plan for the first time or the first couple of times and you make mistakes, don't worry about it, because your guest, your prospect, has never seen it before, so they don't know you made a mistake. So just keep moving. Keep moving forward, have certainty, have confidence in what you do, and the more you do it, the more confidence you'll have. If you're not willing to do this, you will not be able to build your business. It is absolutely a critical point for what you need to do to take the lead, build your business, and help your newly sponsored distributors be successful. And always, always, always ask for a decision. It's okay to be assumptive. And as I said at the workshops, if you are doing it live with someone and you're not doing it online, you've got a form in front of you, but even if you are doing it online and they're sitting next to you, the easiest question when you've been speaking to them, you've gotten them to where you think they're ready, all you do is you put your pen to paper or hands on the keyboard and say, how do I spell your name? And that is the most assumptive close you can use. And I'm telling you, it'll work if you've actually done a good job in asking questions and presenting the business. We talked about follow-up and how critical it is with new customers to make sure that you call them straight away to instruct them how to use the product, and at the end of the first week call them back and ask them, how are you taking the product, to ensure that they are taking it correctly. And that's important to make sure they get the results, which you ring back and ask at the end of the second week, how are you going with your results? And at the end of the third week, same again, and then you help them to reorder and introduce auto-ship. If you haven't already, introduce auto-ship and suggest it would be a great time for them to go on it. And if they don't want to go on it, then just suggest to them that you will actually set it up for them next month. The same with distributors. You should start with your new distributors to make sure, instruct them how to use the product, and then a week later ask them how are they using the product to make sure that they are doing it correctly. And those first 72 hours, those first 3 days are critical. You've made it, you've got them to write a list, you've got them to set their goals, you've got them to write their story. You, as their upline sponsor, are ringing their list with them to show them how it works and make appointments and get those appointments happening in those first 3 days. Really important for them to see that it works. We talked about how success requires each of these 3 things. Persistence. People need to keep going at it. And a lot of the time, what makes people successful in this business is the sheer fact that they didn't give up. And if they just keep talking to people, they create momentum and it happens. Attitude. Attitude is so contagious. And I shared the story of Roger Bannister. Up until May the 6th, 1954, it was considered by all the experts impossible for a human being to run faster than 4 minutes when they ran a mile. Roger Bannister broke that, as you can see here, on May the 6th, 1954. And the amazing thing is that in the following month, 4 other people did it. So sometimes all we need to do is take the lead and break through, and we open the doorway for others to follow. And that's what our workshops and our training has all been about. Because as it says here, you may believe in the company and the products and the opportunity, but do you believe in yourself? Because if you don't believe in yourself, it's very hard to be successful. And if you don't, have a look why not. Watch your self-image. Watch your self-esteem. Work on that. Use positive affirmations. Be positive all the time. Change your attitude. You can do it. Remember, as Benjamin Cardozo said, we are what we believe we are. So, in your eyes, which one of these are you? We are what we believe we are. And the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are often the ones who do. So let's all be crazy, because you know what? We can change the world. We've got the most amazing products, such a great opportunity, and I tell you what, we offer hope to people, and there's so little hope out there in the world today. So I say to each and every one of you, take the lead. Help the people you sponsor to be successful by doing what you need to do. Do not sit back any longer. Take action now. Do what needs to be done. Take the actions that are required for you to be successful and for you to show others how to be successful, and take the lead. And thank you very much for being on our webinar today. Bye.